everybody, welcome to the stream. Sorry guys, I had to end the last stream because it was being a bit glitchy. So welcome to the stream everybody. My name's Calamity Joe. We are live on the Calamity Joe YouTube channel. No idea if there's anyone in this stream, which most of the time there isn't, but sometimes there is. I just want to say a quick warm welcome to everybody that's watching this YouTube stream today. I want to quickly go and stick this in the announcements chat, and then we want to crack on and start the stream. I don't know whether we're going to have anyone watch this stream today, but absolutely no idea. So welcome to the video everybody, welcome. So I thought I'd start this stream by building something. I don't know. I wanna build something fun. I wanna build a mini game sometime, but I can't think of what to build. But what have we got in here? Hello, Skatepunk. Welcome to the stream. I'm good. How are you? I'm just going to take this stone bricks with me. I want to get rid of that in a minute. I wanted to apologise for not showing up on the recent streams. I've been very busy with school and life stuff. That's alright. There's some points when I haven't streamed this week, but I'm off today. That's alright. I've done other stuff. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm just going to read what this person's name is because everyone's name has changed. Hello, Better Vic, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, sorry, everybody's names are changed on the streams. Bizarre. How's your week been? My week's been alright. The streams have been quiet, everybody, but I have enjoyed them. I haven't done much, guys. I will admit, I haven't done much. I've been focusing on trying to write my book and come up with some YouTube ideas, to be honest, and watching films, guys. I'm trying to go through some. Hello, Mazer Plays, welcome to the stream. I'm trying to go through some of my Halloween films, so I started watching Tim Burton's Batman last night. I watched the first one with Jack Nicholson's Joker. I got 20 minutes. I got roughly 20 minutes into his second Batman film. Both good films. Do you guys want to know a real interesting thing about why he got sacked as Batman? Why he got sacked as the director of Batman? Happy Friday. Hello, British Manager. Hello, British Manager. Hello, in that world, where the hell is your BSD? What the hell's a BSD? Base. Where's my base? Right behind me. There it is. That's the base. That's the base, and then underneath we have like spiral rooms. Yeah, this is my base right here. So we're going there anyway because I want to deliver stuff. I want to deliver some stuff there. So this is the base. This is the front door. Do you want to ready for the Star Wars button, guys? Come on, there has to be a railway underground connected everywhere. There is. Let me just quickly pop off to the chest room. Hello, Karim Khan. Welcome to the stream. Let's just quickly go to the stone brick section a minute, guys, because I want to deliver some blocks. So Just gotta remember where the stone brick stuff is. What was this pause at the door? Redstone type stuff. The pause. Oh, Star Wars button. Is this Wilfred Zaha's mansion? No, this is my mansion. Although Wilfred Zaha was a good player, Everton tried to offer 70 million for him in 2019, plus 2 players, and Palace wanted the 2 players, but then asked for 100 million as well. The pause was because of a Star Wars button. We got a Star Wars doorbell. The pause was a redstone Star Wars doorbell. I wish I had a huge mansion. I do. I haven't, because I didn't watch that game. I know Galatasaray won. I didn't watch it though. I haven't watched. I was going to watch that match. But I was on holiday, and the internet service. Wait, you write books? I do. Yeah, I write novels. I'm currently working on one at the moment. I'm currently writing one at the moment, which is not quite finished. It's called Dawn of Planets 1's War, so it's a 4th story. It's a 4th story as part of my Dawn of Planets series. This is my bedroom, guys. This is my bedroom. We've got a balcony that looks over the rest of the world. Yeah, so they're actually, they are genuine books. You can generally buy them on Amazon. They are genuine novels that you can literally read that. You could literally have that book in your hands and read it. I've got a copy of one. Hold on, I've got a copy of one. Let me just take a photo of it. Let me just take a photo of it. We'll move my shirt. We'll move that shirt out of the way a minute. I'm going to buy a realm eventually. That's something I'm going to do. I am going to buy a realm eventually because I want to do I want to do like a realm. I want to do like a. I'm just going to put a photo in my Discord server a minute so I can download it on my laptop. I'm going to show you what one of the books look like. Do you know how to make an automatic redstone door? I do. I have done one. I can go and show you guys what one in a minute. I'm just gonna post a picture of this book a minute. Just gonna post a picture of this book a minute so I can put it on here. I've sent it to my I've sent it to my Discord server, so I can through my phone, so I can download it. So here we go. Save image. Let's just call it. Let's call it Kaboom. Kaboom. Let's call it Kaboom Kaboom. No, I spelled it wrong. I called it Kaboom Kamboom. Right. So this is what it would look like. This is what one of the books looks like. When I say it's like a genuine book, it is a genuine book. So we're gonna post Kaboom Kaboom. Here we go. There we go. This is the book. Don't mind my really chub fingers in the bottom of the corner. So this is the book. This is the doll maker. This is the doll maker, guys, and it's a genuine book. And take no mention of the New York blanket. It's a yellow taxi. That's what the book looks like. Perhaps I'll keep this image in the top corner for now. That's a good cover, thank you. I know, a very simple build. You need 10. Yeah, so I can go and show you a redstone door. I've got 2. I've got 3 designs for a redstone door. Thank you. The book cover took me a while. But yeah, I have got other book covers. That's a horror story that I published back in July for a competition. I'm going to read a little bit of that on Halloween, but I am going to have to make that stream probably 18 rated because it is a horror story. And when I say when I say 18 rated, I mean I made I made that story 18 rated because I think I went quite horrific with it. So if you've got a Discord server, we do have a Discord server. It's the links in the stream. I saw your comment, Karen Khan. I'm going to do that eventually. I am going to make a realm eventually where it's going to be for channel members. Channel members, it'll cost, I'm not sure what it's going to cost for channel members at the moment, but channel members that have the top tier will be able to have access to a realm. I quite like the idea. Yeah, it tells what the story's about. Well, it's all about simplicity. It's about a guy called the doll maker, who who kills people. So the whole point is you've got the name the doll maker, and you've got the blood handprint. I actually scared somebody though. I actually really scared somebody with it. I scared somebody with it because this guy who watches my streams. This guy who watches my streams, he's like very, very religious, and basically he accused me in my friend's Discord server of trying to scare him, because I think basically he thinks it's demonic. Seeing a red handprint's demonic. I do, yep. That's one of the doors, and then we have another one. The hard thing is Gregory's on duty for once. Gregory's normally always looking at that wall. Well, yeah, that's kind of true. But yeah, this guy, I think he's deeply religious, but I think he's like a tad. I think he's like on the spectrum. So I think he basically he was in my Discord server until I booted him out for being rude to another person. But he used to every time I used to comment anything, he used to respond. So basically, I once put in when I was writing this book. Probably longer than that, to be honest, Moser Place. When I put in a comment about 13,000 words completed in the doll maker, completed for the doll maker, and the guy comments, "Me?" ? I'm like, are you called the doll maker? But yeah, this guy that commented that, I think he might be on the spectrum. So I don't. He naturally thinks everyone's talking to him. He thought that everybody that was in the server was talking to him. Oh, you on your phone? Yeah. Yes. Are you on your phone? Just give me a sec. It is clickable, but not if you're on phone. But there is another place you can get it. Basically, if you're on phone, you can't click links on YouTube streams, but you know the community post section. You know when you go onto someone's YouTube channel and you see the you know when you go onto someone's YouTube channel and you see home, video, shorts, live, podcast, playlist, post. Joy-Cons. Basically, it's a bit of Joy-Con drift. Yeah, when you click on a YouTube channel and you see you know, home, video, shorts, live, if you go onto post, you can click the link there. Basically, you can click the link there. The link is a little bit further down. The link is down. The link is not the top thing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 6 things down. It's actually, why don't I just get rid of these community posts? I'll keep that one. But yeah, it's 4 or 5 things down on the community post. But yeah, that's where you can click the link. Yeah, it was a Joy-Con drift. That's why I slid, because I wasn't... Basically, yeah, my Joy-Cons will... It's an old Switch, so my Joy-Cons will occasionally just start to move by themselves. So I'm not... I've got the Joy-Cons in my hands, but I'm not touching any buttons right now. It's a genuine problem with the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, sometimes the Joy-Cons would just start... Sometimes you just start to move. Now, see, it's happening now, where I'm just starting to... Links are clickable there. Yeah, it's not on streams. So here we go. I can see you've joined. Welcome to the Discord server. There we go. So yeah, if I want to post like a book link, I've got to go and post it there. If I want to post a book link, a link to my book stuff, people on phone can click it there, but then they can't click it on the stream, which is just a bit. Right, so what should I do? I'm back. Welcome back. Yeah, I said it's an odd one, but I have to do that. I've had to make sure the links in the community post section, because all the time I get it where people can't click the link. It's the same as my book links. A couple of people have tried to click that on stream, but they just can't do it because they're on phone. Where did I get the torch from? Fun fact, my YouTube name was originally the Roblox Cook. It was the only game name available. Then I get MC and a few others. Yeah. My YouTube name comes from the fact that I broke a table in school. Partially. My YouTube name comes from the fact that I broke a table, guys. I broke a table when I was in school. Oh, God. It came from a malapropism. A malapropism is where basically you mishear somebody says something meaning another thing. So basically, if you went to say strategy and you said strategery, you've made a great strategy, and you say you've made great strategery, or you say misunderestimate, or I've made a I misunderestimated you, or I misunderestimate. Yeah, misunderestimate isn't actually a word. So, for example, I said I'm a calamity, and somebody said, somebody thought I said calamitive. I'm a calamitive. I'm a calamity, and someone misheard me as calamitive. So, I said I'm a calamity, and someone misheard and thought I said calamitive, and then I was given the nickname Calamitive Joe, and I got dared to do it, and I was like, why not? So when I created this channel, I called myself Calamitive Joe, and the name has stuck. I think you guys quite like the name. Well. Oh, sorry, I've got a bit of a cold chill. I've had the fattest breakfast ever, guys. I had a full English breakfast from a cafe, from a restaurant. So I ended up having 2 helpings of food. That was wrong choice, but it was nice. Gotta go. Bye. Goodbye, Mazer Players. Thank you for joining the live stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Oh. Ooh. I might eat some KFC. Jesus Christ. I absolutely loved that breakfast, guys. Oh. Ooh, pardon me. I just burped. Do 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 do. There we go. Perfect. Six people are watching the stream. McDonald's burgers, 4 large fries, 22, 20. Well, thank you, it's kind of you. Oh my god. I'm exhausted. Jesus, guys, I've nearly done 5,000 steps today, and I've only been at, and it's only 12 o'clock. I do apologise, guys, that there hasn't been a lot of streams recently. Well, no, I mean, I apologise. What I mean is, I apologise, guys, that I didn't, oh my eyes. I apologise there wasn't really a stream yesterday. I did stream for an hour, but, I was going to stream, and then I had to do something more important. Ooh. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, we should have done Throwback Thursday yesterday, but I was a little busy, so Throwback Thursday ended up not really being a throwback. It ended up just being me filming some other stuff. I thought you could put it on gravel. 65 of you have watched this stream in the first 25 minutes. Incredible. We've got an island over there. Should we go and put a tree on it? I don't have a tree on me, but we can go and find one. That's a cool idea. Because it is an island. This thing generally is an island. I mean, it's it is generally an island. It's if we wanted to, we could just if we so wanted to, we could actually just dig this away and make this. But I like it. It's just a random island. Just a random bit of land off the main. It is off the mainland. It's just an island. Even that's an island. Doesn't look like it, but that is an island. It's connected. It's not connected to the mainland. Well, it's connected. Oh. It's connected to the mainland. It's not connected to the mainland by 2 blocks. It's obviously it's quite a bit off the mainland here. Off the mainland here, it's quite a bit off. It's probably, I don't know, something like, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blocks. Whereas at the narrowest point to the mainland, it's 2 blocks. The narrowest point to the mainland, it's two blocks. Let me just read this person's name because everyone's names change. Hello, Yuba Pina. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, then where is the island here then? Because this is connected. Yeah, the narrowest point. This is the furthest point, and it is connected. It's the furthest point away from the mainland. Well, here. Yeah, hello Yuba Pina. Welcome to the stream. Joe Mama Fat, thank you. Hello, Super Tim Saha. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for your comment. That's really kind of you. Let's take a walk. Let's take a walk this way. Climate virus. I'm not a virus. I'm the vaccine. Hello, donkey. You look stuck. There you go. Be free, my friend. Be free. I'm not. It's not climate virus. I'm climate vaccine. Coronavirus gel. I did have COVID. Who here had COVID? Am I the only one that had it? My friend got it 3 times. My parents had it. My friend had it 3 times. No, twice. My parents had it 3 times. I had it once. You had COVID in 1889. Well, that's great, isn't it? That's 131 years. That's 131. You had it 131 years earlier. Did you create it then? Get a job. What? This is my job. I get paid for doing this. This isn't work, really. He invented COVID. Blimey. Hello, 3M KKKKK. Welcome to the stream. Oh God, welcome to the stream. Get a job, thank you. Hello, Bam Dum. Unemployed Pro Max. Yeah. I'm not, but I can see how you think that. I'm not, but I can see how you think that though. No, I'm not. But I am from the southwest. I am from the southwest, but I'm not from either of those. Yes, you are. Off I go now. What? All I'm going to say is the southwest. George Watch 11. All I'm going to say is the southwest. I mean, I have the southwest accent, so yeah. All I'll say is southwest. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Hello, Grim 600. Hello, Grim 655. Welcome to the stream. Is it because my accent's thick, George Watch 11? I one time broke my headphones by throwing it too far because of dying to a skeleton and losing all my stuff 8 years ago. Blimey. I once had a friend that bit his DS because he was angry with it in a game. He was angry because he was losing at a game, so he bit his DS and ended up breaking it. Oh God. I mean, I still do have a friend. I mean, I am still friends with that person. Oh God. I mean, I'm not George Watch 11, but I think you can cut. I think all I'm gonna say is southwest. Oh God. But ironically though, I do get a lot of comments about my accent because some people hate it. I get a lot of comments because some people hate it. I get a lot of comments about it though because some people hate my accent. Do you know what? Tell you what, guys. I once had a comment on a stream that said, "Can you talk? Can you talk properly, please?" I am talking properly. And that's generally a comment I've had before. I had a comment telling me to talk properly. Which, you know, that's something that I've had. But, you know, you get a load of shit. You get a load of shit. You get a load of shit sometimes. Yeah. Right, hello, I just gotta read what that comment says. Sorry, my screen's playing up. Hello, and Long 9115, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, welcome. We are currently on Minecraft Legacy Console Edition. The Legacy Console Edition of Minecraft. Alright, so I just want to go into here a minute, just see what we got. What do we have? Do do do. Ba 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 ba. Ra 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 ra. Do 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 do. Just looking at the live stream chat just to see if I've missed any comments, because sometimes comments don't show up for me. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. La 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 la. Right, so who have we got in this stream right now then, everybody? Because I don't know. I think this version low, and I don't know. 7 years ago, I remember stomping on my headphone because of raging. I remember regret when it cracked. The first thing that popped up in my head was my mum was going to get so pissed. That's a normal thing, though. If you break something, your parents do get mad. Well, that's a normal thing, though. But you've got to space it. You've got to say you're sorry. But that's the thing, though. I don't understand how people do it. I don't understand how people go and think, oh, when people rage, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they can go and think, oh, I'm going to grab my computer here and I'm gonna punch it. I'm like, I've never understood how people can go and do that. Raging at a game, yeah, but why do you? I saw a clip of a guy doing that with a keyboard, and he went and cracked it on his head. He went and snapped his. This guy went and snapped his keyboard, and the thing that I was looking at, thinking of that when I was watching, I was like, that's just a waste of a keyboard. That's literally a waste of a keyboard. What's the point? You've got a nice keyboard, and now it's smashed up. So this guy, all the keys come off the keyboard because he hit himself in the head with it. I'm just like, but people raging like that, I just don't get I don't get how you can rage over a video game, because at the end of the day, it's not real. We made Swiss Rex wanted me to make him a pond a couple of streams ago, so we made him a pond. I called it a little Swiss pond. Guys, I'm literally playing with the Pro controllers right now, and I'm playing with one hand. Because this is not in my survival legacy world, should we pop onto the ideas world, and then I haven't got a block on me. Well, actually, I do. Duff. There we go. Let's go into the ideas world. We can then design something. We can design like a build or something. I didn't put it in survival. Why is this in survival legacy? Please don't tell me all the streams we're going in survival legacy playlist. I want to know. Now I want to know whether they've been going into the survival legacy playlist. The last thing that should be in that playlist is a video that I uploaded a couple of days ago. Yeah, the survival legacy playlist. The last thing that should be in there is a video that I did a couple of days ago. Yeah, the last all the last couple of streams have been going in there. They should not be there, so let's take them all out. The last 4 streams should not be in that playlist. That was... I had no idea that they were going in there. The last thing that should be in there is the campsite video from 8 days ago. There we go. Yes, inadvertently, yes, that's a ham reveal. Inadvertently, that's a ham reveal, yes, because I'm showing that I was showing that my books generally are books. I was showing that my books are, generally are novels. That they're genuine novels, so... Bish 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 You're proving that water is water. No, basically I was proving that my book was actually a book, because some people say they've brought out a book and they haven't actually brought out a book. So I was doing that and proving that the book that I was talking about that I had published was was generally a book. There we go. We're just having a flick around the world and looking at build ideas we've had. Yeah, because some people say they brought out a book and they haven't brought out a book. So I'm proving that it's actually a genuine book. That it's not just like a fake thing. It's not like you know, a fake thing or a fan fiction or something like that. It's like a genuine story with characters and things with characters and plot points and stuff that I've ever done myself. Things like that with characters. So yeah, you microwaved a microwave, microwaving a microwave, a toaster, microwaving a banana. Cool. I once microwaved some cheese, but left it in for too long. I once microwaved some cheese, left it microwaving for too long, and I didn't just melt the cheese, I melted the plate. And what do you guys think? Incredible story, isn't it? Oh yeah, I once microwaved a plate inadvertently. Oh. Yeah, I once decided to melt some cheese for my lunch. I spilled a pot of soup all over the kitchen floor before and felt like I was going to scream the F word. H. Did you know you can actually do soup in the microwave? If you pour a soup into a bowl and then put it into the microwave for 3 minutes, soup is actually something that you can do in the microwave without sticking it in the oven or sticking it or boiling it. Soup is something that you can just do in the microwave. Because soup is something that you don't need to cook. Soup is something you don't need to cook because all soup needs is heating up. So that you can technically put soup in the microwave because you can have soup cold. Can I microwave an Xbox One disc? Well, if you did that, I don't think you'd never be able to play that disc again. I don't believe you'd be able to use it again. But I don't know. I went into a shop. I went into a second-hand shop earlier on, and I found Minecraft Wii U edition in there. I found the Minecraft Wii U edition in there, which I forgot you could do this. Can we stick? Can I stick something in there? The hell? What's the point? I swear you can put stuff in it. Yeah, I saw the Wii U edition on the. It was a tenner. Here, look at that. How big is it? How big is what? Probably not. £1 million isn't that much. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot, but you... £1 million is a lot. When £1 million... Some people... When you hear about £1 million, you think that's a lot. It's a lot when you've got nothing at all. It's a lot when you've got absolutely nothing at all. But then when you look at it, really, it's not actually that much. Like you can't survive off that. You can't survive off it. I don't think you can survive off it for like 30 years. And some people have got it in their heads that, you know, some people have got it in their heads that, you know, £1 million would basically change their life. Which for some people, yeah, it would. But I don't think it would change your life that much. It's just that you've got this money that you can use to fall back on. But there are some people that will just waste it. There is people who would just waste it and buy stupid stuff. Like, I'm going to buy this multi-million pound mansion, but it's only £1 million. 5 million. I don't know. But then I love this world more than anything. There's some things that money can't buy. Like happiness, for example. Money can't buy happiness. Money can aid you in your happiness, but money can't buy happiness. La 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 la. This was a game going to be called Nelson, but there was a game that we were going to build. It was going to be called Nelson, but actually I got an idea for that. Why don't we work on a mini game? But, wow. Well, that would change your life, because if you had one quintillion, if you had one, you know, quintillion, if you had one quintillion, you know, if you had one quintillion, you would have, that would be 1,000 trillion, which if you spent that, let's just say you spent £1,000 a day, 1 quintillion divided by 1,000. That would be 1 quadrillion. Basically, divided by 1,000. So, no. Let's find 1,000 times 365. That's £365,000 a year. 360. No, so 1 quintillion divided by 365,000. That is a basically it would be 1, it would be 2 followed by 12 zeros. Do kids go trick-or-treating in the UK? Yeah, but I don't like it. I've never done it, but I don't like I don't like the idea of it, if you get what I mean. That's just my opinion on it. But no offense to it or to all of my American viewers here. No offense to all of my American viewers here, but I think you guys have ruined Halloween. You've made it to it's become too Americanized from what it is, but it's free candy. It might be, but what my point is, Skatepunk, you don't know who you're getting for this free candy from. You know, you could be a bloody young girl trick-or-treating and knocking on Ted Bundy's door. Oh yeah, trick, everyone come inside. That's my point on it. You don't know whose door you're knocking on. That's my point on it. I think it's a little bit, I don't like the idea. You're randomly knocking on people's doors. You know, you could be a group of young girls and you're knocking on bloody Ted Bundy's door. Yeah, so yeah, what I meant by Halloween is Halloween used to be completely different. Halloween is an Irish holiday. Halloween started in the British Isles in Ireland. And basically the Americans have turned it into this candy event. And it's not what it used to be. But Halloween 100 years ago, it was about remembering the dead. And now it's not about remembering the dead. Now it's basically just this thing about candy. Yeah, basically 1 quadrillion Frenzo, that would be like spending, it would take you like 2,000 years to spend it, something like that. Halloween costumes. I'm gonna I'll put it in the film section, Skatepunk. I'll put it in my Discord server in the film section. This was Halloween in the UK 100 years ago. I'll put it in the film section, guys. This is what Halloween looked like 100 years ago. Basically, I think the Americans have made it. Yeah. I think the Americans have made it to... America are very good at that. They're very good at making holidays. But with Halloween, they've took it away from the core value of what it was. And if you look at what Halloween was in the UK 100 years ago, it's a lot creepier now. Like, literally, you now see people dressed as bunnies and superheroes. That's not Halloween. Halloween is... The whole point of Halloween was dressing up in scary clothes, in costumes. And if you see an image of what Halloween looked like 100 years ago, I'm going to type them underneath. Halloween looked much scarier 100 years ago, if you get what I mean. But that is true. I think that is true, though, Frenzo. Like, kids are getting fatter each year. Dress up as the doll maker. I do have a clown suit. I can't dress up as the doll maker. But I've got a clown suit. I know, I'll stream in the doll maker. I'll stream in the clown costume. Hi guys, my name is Django the Clown. Yeah, so what I said, that the UK does celebrate Halloween, because Halloween is a British and Irish holiday. It's just not exactly. It's not exactly what it was 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, Halloween went to America. Americans influenced Halloween with like carving pumpkins instead of turnips, but Halloween was founded 2,000 years ago in Europe to mark the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter. It's completely different now, but it's I can't put the image into the stream, guys, but if you guys are in my Discord server, yeah, take a look in the film, movies and media channel. That is what Halloween looked like 100 years ago. The costumes, the costumes look a lot creepier than they are now. Like, that's what it should be. It should be scary costumes. That's the whole point. And nowadays, it's like, I saw someone dress up as a bunny rabbit. I'm like, it's not Halloween. Dressing up as witches, yeah, because that's 100%. That's a Halloween thing. But seeing people dress up as superheroes, I dressed up as Batman, but I dressed up as Batman when I was a kid, but that's because Batman is a gothic character. I would dress up as Batman quite often because I had a Batman costume when I was a kid. So I would never do Spider-Man because Spider-Man's not really that style of character. I never do that because Spider-Man's more of your friendly neighborhoods. Venom, yeah, Venom would make sense. Leatherface, well, that he was based on a real guy, which they've just done Netflix have just done a TV series on that. I don't agree with that, guys. I don't agree with TV shows being done on real life serial killers. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with them. I don't agree with it because some people start to idolize what they did, which I don't know about you guys, but I think that's wrong. That's more torment on the victims' families, having it, people glorifying it. My uni lecturer made us watch a short film done on a murder, and it came from police tapes and weren't even shown to the court. So you can tell how bad it was if the audio tapes recorded with the killer weren't even released to the court, shown to the court, because of how bad it was. And then to make a short film out of it, some of this stuff, guys, is just sick. I love film and TV, but I don't think we should be doing that. There's certain stuff I just don't think we should do. There's one that did make sense, like the Zodiac Killer made sense. The Zodiac Killer made sense because nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew who he was. There's a film they could do there. There's a film they could do there because the whole film is not really about what he did, it's about who he was, because they sort of knew who it was the whole time. Yeah, there's a film called Zodiac. You saw Scream again. I've never watched it properly. I know they did a new one recently. Because my old lecturer showed us a bit of it, and he said comedy and horror the same thing. comedy and horror use exactly the same things. You're waiting for the punchline. In hot comedy, you build up, build up, build up, build up, and then you show in horror you build up, build up, build up, show the suspense, then show the horror. I've just watched. I'm watching Tim Burton's Batman films at the moment because they're very Halloweeny. I've actually got a couple of Tim Burton films on my desk at the moment. There's 3 I want to watch. There's a couple. I want to watch his 2 Batman films. I want to watch the 2 Joel Schumacher ones. Oh, I do like Tim Burton's work. That's something I do like. I do like his work. There's only one of his films I haven't liked, and that was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, because that film just makes no sense. We were studying his work for Mise en Scene. That's a good example. That's a good example. I love his work because of just the camera work. I love the camera work, but I love the music. I love his work. I love the music, and I love the cinematography. Plus the colour, because his films are always darks, blacks, and whites. So, think of another good film. I mean, I love his Batman films. I love both of his Batman films and think that he should have been given the opportunity to do Batman 3. His third film, he was going to do a third film, and they sacked him. Do you know what? Beetlejuice is all right. I've heard the second one was shit. But that normally does go hand in hand when you've waited 37 years and then you've waited 36, 37 years and then you bring out a sequel. What's the other one some of the other ones I'm thinking about? I really liked his Planet of the Apes, actually. I really liked his Planet of the Apes. His Planet of the Apes was an interesting film. What's other ones? Sweeney Todd is up there. My top 3 would be his his 2 Batman films. I'm gonna stick Sleepy Hollow, Sweeney Todd up there. His Planet of the Apes is really good, but also obviously Nightmare Before Christmas. Beetlejuice is good. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a good film. I like the 2. I think that's the weakest of the. I think that's the weakest of them, to be honest. I think the weakest one out of it was Rise. I think Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is absolutely a amazing film. And that started my love of Matt Reeves' work as well. That started my love of Matt Reeves' work. Then he did War, which War is a good film as well. War is a weaker film. War is a weaker film than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but War of the Planet of the Apes I think is better than Rise. It's the sequel that Wes Ball did. Is that his name, Wes Ball? Where is it? Wes? Yes, it is. Yes, Wes Ball is Wes Ball. The sequel that Wes Ball did, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is connected to it, I think is it was an amazing film. I think it's better than War, but it's not as good as Dawn. Peter Jackson's King Kong, also a great film. Also, the guy that played who played King Kong in that film? Oh, Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis played King Kong in that, and then the guy that played Koba. Ironically, the guy that played Koba in War of the Planet of the Apes played King Kong in Kong Skull Island. That's another good film. I really, actually, saying that, the Godzilla film's really good as well. There's a lot of good films. Ironically though, guys, the guy that directed Godzilla, Gareth Edwards, my optician is related to him. He's my optician's cousin. I only found that out when I was having my eyes tested. Oh, my cousin did that. Oh, you're studying film. Oh, my cousin did that. He's just directed a film called Rogue One. I'm like, okay. I'm having my eyes tested because I have to wear glasses, guys. I'm not wearing them now because I don't have to wear them. But I have heard of the film that The Day the Earth Stood Still. They mentioned that in the TV series Supergirl. Lois Lane's father, Sam Lane, says, I once watched a film called The Day the Earth Stood Still. It terrified me as a kid. And then he says that as he's torturing an alien. Oh, I can't remember who played him. Because it's a completely different guy. A completely different guy plays him in Superman and Lois. It's the same it's the same character, but played by two different people. But ironically, the lady that played Lois Lane's sister, they cast the same person. They cast the same person. They cast the same in Superman and Lois. They cast the same person that played her sister in Supergirl, but she's playing a completely different version. So the version she plays in Supergirl is like a, I don't know, military officer, and the one she plays in Superman and Lois is like a drug addict or something like that, or an alcoholic, one of them. But it's played by the same person. Hello, Lig Amak. Oh, I just read your name now. Yeah, I'm glad I never finished that. Welcome to the stream. Oh, what really? Amity Horror. It's just popped up with Amity Horror, but I walked into a second-hand shop. We've got a shop in the UK called CEX, so I walked into a shop called CEX this morning, and they had Amity Horror there, the film. They had it in 4K. They had a couple of films in 4K. I went to buy a film in 4K this morning. It was £8, and then I found the same film in Blu-ray for further down for like £7 less. So I was alright. I bought that one, and I ended up buying the film for £1.50. In fact, it's right next to me. What did I? Oh, it's over there. No, I didn't bring it up. Yes, I did. I bought Batman vs Superman. Everybody, I found the Ultimate Edition, so I bought that for £1. You know, good price. We've been streaming for an hour. 230 of you have watched this stream. Guys, with a bit of luck, I might get my first payment from YouTube soon, which would be pretty incredible. And I want to thank every single one of you guys, because you guys are the people that watch these videos. All I do is film. All I do is film and hope people will find this stuff funny. I know some of you guys found my FIFA clips funny the other day. There was a real funny comment we had the other day. So if anyone is here, what did you guys like the FIFA clips? YouTube pay this man. Thank you. That's really kind of you. I got a comment yesterday on a stream. Somebody commented that was a really hard watch, the Elmo short, because it was an old man apparently doing an Elmo impression. How's that a hard watch? Props to your confidence to do that. I'm like, I can tell that they're still in school, because doing an Elmo impression. How's doing an Elmo impression a hard watch? How's that a hard watch? I'm like, I did it. I mean, it was just a bit of fun. All it was, honestly, all it was was a bit of fun. It was a bit of jolly good fun, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed some of the, funny clips that we've had over the years. Oh my god. I've enjoyed all the content on this channel. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Yeah, I bought the new FIFA version the other day, because if you have FIFA, guys, you can get a 20% discount on the new FIFA. You can get 20% if you play FIFA. You can get a 20. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I don't care if you guys see me as cringe. If you guys see me as this, I don't care. So doing an Elmo impression whilst playing FIFA was just a bit of fun on a stream, and I was just sat there like, why not just have a laugh? I was watching a film last night. It's one of my favourite films. It's called Wonder, and there's a line in there that says, "When you have the chance of being right or being kind, pick kind," that's true. That's true. And that whole film's about a kid with deformities. It's his first year. He's been homeschooled for the first few years of his life. Then he's going to middle school. So, he gets a lot of bullying, and some of it's really hot. Some of it's really horrible. Like, were you in an accident or something like that? And basically, the one kid that's like horrible to the kid, he's very much acts all nice in front of adults, and then is very rude in front of the other kids. He's very rude in front of the other kids. It's just, that's the type of stuff that is the thing, though. The problem is, everyone, is children are brutally honest. Children are brutally honest, if you know what I mean. So, are you Feedsons? I'm not, but he is subscribed to me. He is subscribed to me. No, I'm not him. I mean, that's a first. Were you ever bullied in school? All the time. All the time. I was bullied for everything, so I can admit, guys, that, I was bullied all the time as a kid. I was bullied all the time in school. And there are quite a numerous things. I wasn't that smart. I was never ever that smart, if you get what I mean. Like maths and things like that, I couldn't do. I was never smart. And basically, I was bullied for things like that. But basically, we would do a system. We would do this system called EBI. What went well and even better if. So it was called, WWW. It was WWW and EBI. So what went well, even better if. So I once got told this. By someone in my class. What went well? Nothing. Even better if? Crap. And that was just like, okay. But Joe, you are smart. But in certain stuff, if you get what I mean. You fought through it all. That's true. That is true. But so I'm smart in certain stuff, so like history and film. But if you give me a complex maths question, I could literally not give you the answer. But I was bullied for other things, guys. I was bullied for being really short. So when I was younger, I was really short. I was like really, really short. So when I was 13, I was 5 foot. Hello, Samuel Gans. Welcome to the stream. Let's just read. Yeah, hello, Samuel Gans. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that's something I was bullied for. I was bullied for being... I subscribed. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. But yeah, talking about the thing about was I bullied? Yeah, I was bullied for everything. I was bullied for being really, really short as well. So I think... literally, guys, when I was 16, I was 5'7". When I was 16, I was 5'7". And I stayed there till I was 18. But I got bullied for things. So what people used to do to me, so... I can give you... That's not ridiculous short. No. But at the time it was. But, you know, I was bullied for quite a bit, so yeah. That's 100% me, friends, though. I was bullied for being short, bullied for being skinny, and then I gained weight when I was roughly 14, 15. I went from, like, I don't know, 6 stone, so about 38 kg, to like 10 stone, so that I went from like 80 to like 140 pounds. And then I was bullied for being chubby. And it was like, I mean, it didn't get to me. It never got to me. But, you know, I had it, everything. I had it in my drama class as well. So basically the group used to go, I was forced in my group in my drama class. We were all put into groups. Nobody wanted me in my group, so I was basically forced into a group. Yeah, I was forced into a group because no one wanted me in their group. Did you ever wish to be taller? Do you know what? I've never thought that. I've only ever thought that once. I've only ever thought that once or twice. Hello, Ahil. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, talking about like bullying. I've only ever wanted to be taller once or twice, but that was because one of my shelves, where my DVD player used to be on my shelf, I was taller than the shelf, but I just couldn't quite see the button on the top of the DVD player. So I couldn't quite see the button, so I wished I was like 2 inches taller, just so I could see the button on the DVD player. Because I had to try and guess where the button was, because it was literally just above my eye line. The DVD player was just above my eye line, so I wished I was like 2 inches taller, just so I could find the button. But yeah, hello Ahil, welcome to the stream. But yeah, when we were talking about like bullying, guys, it was everything. My drama class, nobody wanted me in their group, so I was forced into a group by the teacher, and they hated me. So here's a real tight. Here's a rather tight one. They changed the every sort of lesson. Every sort of lesson, they would change the running order of the drama. Hello, Levi Crawl. Welcome to the stream. Every sort of lesson, they would change the running order of the... I can't think of the word. Every sort of lesson, they changed the running order of the plays. Yeah, every sort of lesson, when we would preparing for our final drama performance, they changed the running order of the play just to mess with my head, which is quite, you know, horrible. I'm really good, Levi Crawl. We're just talking about bullying for a moment, so I'm being quite open about I was bullied. But yeah, my group, they would muck around with the drama. While they were sat there, because they were all sat next to each other, I was somewhere else. Before we'd started, we had to take the register. They'd all decided to change the whole performance around and muck with my head. So basically, I knew what the entire scene order was, and then they changed all the scene orders around. And here's another one. They then turned around and had a go at me for not remembering the order. But I did remember the order, but then they changed it. Did it hurt my feelings? Well, it always hurts your feelings. It wouldn't be human if it didn't hurt your feelings. Well, but something that I'm very good at, guys, not everyone's as good at this. I got bullied so much to the point that I didn't care anymore. So I intentionally started making I intentionally made it worse. Wow. I'm very good at hiding my emotions. I'm very good at hiding my emotions behind like a steel fence. So my face, my face can be a steel fence. I could create a wall in front of me, and it was basically a plastered smile. It was a plastered smile, like you could not see my emotions through it or how I was feeling. You could see my face still had that smile on it, but yeah, I had a really horrible one actually, where basically I got accused of mucking up our performance. I got accused of mucking up our performance, and I hadn't. I got told I was shit in front of the class, and the same guy that told me I was shit in the class said, "Oh, you did really well earlier on in private." So it was a bit of two-facedness as well, which is quite, you know, that's quite. That's worse. I think that's worse, to be honest. I absolutely think that's worse, because that's saying one thing in front of a load of people to thing, and then saying something completely different in private. That is true. That is true. But yeah, I had some. There's loads, guys. There's loads. There's loads. You know, I got kicked down a flight of stairs. I had somebody. There was a guy in my school year that would intentionally grab my bag and flip it upside down and basically break my shit. So basically, I had it at one point that my stuff got stolen. Like, basically, when I was in school, you had a detention. So in my school, you would have a detention. So I had you get a detentions if you don't have like your school equipment. If you didn't have your school equipment, like your pens, pencils, rulers, compass, and things like that. If you didn't have things like that, you if you didn't have things like that, you got detentions. And yeah, I came in one day, had my and yeah, somebody nicked my stuff. So here's an even weirder one. So one day, So on this particular day, I turn up. So on this particular day, guys, I turned up, noticed, and I'd lost my ruler. It just disappeared. And then I saw a guy in my class who had the ruler that was mine. And I noticed it. I completely noticed it and thought, strange. I just thought it was strange. And I'm 100% know that I 100% know this guy's stolen it. It was mine, and you could see my name on it. So I said to the teacher, and he rubbed my name off, and it made me look like an idiot. It made me look like an idiot, but I was right. And then next day, I'm told by someone, "Oh yeah, he knew it was yours. He knew it was yours. Yeah." So on the way back, he threw it in a bush. Well, not really that. The UK is a lot more accepting of things like that though than America is. The thing about like relationships in the UK is a lot more. So I had an argument with an American person in my Discord server. He basically thought America was more accepting of gay rights, which isn't true. A guy who watches my streams, I had a little argument with him in a debate with him in my Discord server. He basically tried to claim that America were more accepting of gay rights than the UK, which isn't true. The UK is more accepting than America, but like, I'm not gay, guys. Deceptive makes the joke I am, but. In just like relationships and things like that, no matter what relationship or what orientation you are, the UK is very accepting of all of them. The UK is really accepting to the point that because the UK very much has a thing of this. The UK very much has this policy of it's not a policy. Per se, but the UK very much has this thing of if it's not harming anybody else, who cares? If it doesn't affect anyone else, who cares? That's sort of the UK policy on it. Yeah, it's been legal for 10 years or so, but it's been legal for like 10 years or so, but you could legally. It's been legal for like 10 years or so, but I could have swore it was. But I think it was a lot long. I think it's been longer. It's been accepted. It's been accepted for years, but they just needed the documentation to actually do it. It's interesting though on how those views change though. One of them is Joe Biden. I saw a clip a couple of months ago of Joe Biden absolutely refusing to agree to it in the 90s. Do you think it should be taught in schools? What? What do you mean? What do you think should be taught in schools? Sorry. Ooh. Did you know I'm a UK citizen? I got it when I was little because my dad was British. Oh, cool. Yeah, the UK is very much like that. Basically, if one of your parents is British, technically, yeah, you are classed as a you are technically classed as British too. Yeah, but that's what they do teach. What I think, skatepunk, I think they need to teach that to kids at 11 or 12. You don't need to teach it to any younger. So like with sex education, they do not teach that in schools in the UK till you're 11 or 12. Till you're like 11 or 12. But yeah, that's true, A-Hill. Yeah, if you have a parent that's British, yeah, you will be classed as a dual national. So it's the same with my cousin. My cousin was born in Australia, but because my aunt is British, because my aunt and uncle are British, he's classed as British Australian. Yeah, I don't know what pronouns are because they are a newer thing. So basically, I've actually called my Discord pronouns. Um, my Discord pronouns I've just put as fat person because I was of course I was joking, guys. I've generally put my Discord pronouns as a fat person. I think. Here, let's have a look. Oh, this pronoun. Oh no, pronouns don't have any. But I've put my Discord pronouns in my friend's server as I'm higher in the food chain. It was my Discord pronoun. My pronouns on Discord at one point was a fat man. You're gonna cook some KFC. Cool. I'm not even eating lunch today. I went to a restaurant this morning. I went to a small restaurant we have in the UK, and I had a full English breakfast. So I had an all-you-can-eat breakfast. So I had about three or four helpings of English breakfast. So I'm still a bit stuffed. Well, yeah, but I was taking the piss because obviously I don't agree with that stuff. I'm like, I don't understand that stuff. So yeah, I'm very much the same, Aho. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand like pronouns because they're very much what I want a real authentic English breakfast. Yeah, a real authentic English breakfast is, bacon, sausages, egg, hash browns. Absolutely wonderful breakfast. Hello, Sterren. Emma, welcome to the stream. Who here loves an English breakfast? Because I do. Honestly, I've got a screenshot of my. I've got a real funny comment for everyone here. I've got a real funny thing to mention here, guys. I've got a real funny comment to mention on here. So we've got a guy in my friend's server. I think he's like on the spectrum, and he gives out some quite hard. He responds to everyone's comments with just bizarre stuff. I jokingly changed my name to Fat Bastard because that's a character from the film Austin Powers, and this guy absolutely mocked it and insulted me and called me fat. So honestly, I was joking, but then I got a comment last night, and it said, "At Clummet Joe, you're fat," and there was a pig emoji next to it, and I thought, like, a bit rude in it. That's what I called my friends. So basically, on my friend's server, I'm called my nickname's Fat Bastard, and I've nicknamed Decepted Skinny Bastard on Discord on my server. He hasn't noticed yet. He hasn't noticed that I've called him Skinny Bastard as a joke. But yeah. What, I had it accurate? Yeah, you did have it accurate. But there's a joke, there's a reason why I called him that. I accidentally put my pronouns as none. I don't know what the shit that meant. But, well, neither did I. Neither do I. So that's why I put I don't have any. I should just put Raspberry Pi Edition, shouldn't I, or something like that. Sorry, guys. I've got a bit of a bit of a cough. Oh. But how is everybody on this stream today? How is everyone? I'm a little knackered. I don't know why, even though I got a good night's sleep last night. I'm sorry there was no stream. I'm sorry the stream was short yesterday, guys. I had to go shopping. I had to go shoe shopping yesterday because for the last couple of weeks I've only had one pair of shoes. For the last couple of weeks I've only had one pair of shoes. I probably if I can I'm probably if I can suggest my school to add your book. Oh, that's kind. Yeah, I'm promoting one of them at the moment. I'm promoting, which is why everyone can see my hand in that shot, because I'm showing us actually a book. Yeah, yeah, I had to go shoe shopping yesterday because I had to throw away my trainers a couple of weeks ago when I was coming back on holiday because they started to break. And it was awkward, guys. It was awkward. There we go. No, it was awkward. When I say it was awkward, I had to buy a shoe size 2.5. So I had to go for a shoe size 2.5 sizes bigger. I have to wear, at the moment I have to wear shoes 2.5 sizes too big. I have to wear shoe sizes between 2 and 2.5 sizes too big. So that's when I said it was awkward, because I'm buying shoes that basically I'm having to buy shoes that my foot doesn't reach the end of the shoe. Which is kind of funny. It's just it's just a funny joke that I have to do. Literally, that's the case though. From the shoe size that I have, guys, I can't. My feet are too wide to fit in the shoe size that I've got. You have no idea what I'm talking about. I said I had to go shoe shopping yesterday, but I've got I have an awkward problem where I have to buy when I have to buy shoes, I have to buy shoes that are too big. I have to wear shoes that are too big for my feet because my feet are that wide that my shoe size, the shoe size that I should generally be wearing, they don't fit because my feet are too wide for the shoe. So it ended up I had to go and buy yesterday to actually fit my foot. I had to go and buy a shoe size yesterday, guys, that's 2.5 sizes too big. Which, that's quite a lot. Yeah, that's quite a difference. Oh God. So, for anyone in America, I had to buy So for anyone in here that's American, I had to buy build the Bridge of London. That would be a cool idea. For any Americans on here, I had to buy what's the equivalent of an American shoe size 10, even though I fit this I actually wear the size the equivalent of a US size 7.5, 7.5. So I'm having to wear shoes at the moment that's 2.5 sizes too big, just because I can't physically get my foot into shoes and underneath. Which is, what height am I? I'm 5'9", so I'm bang on 175 centimeters. So I'm literally just 5'9". I'm literally just 5'9". I think he's 5'8". Not quite. I'm just 5'9". I'm just 5'9" by a literally a fraction of a centimeter or something like that. I'm like 175.3 or something, which is just I'm only like 5'10". Yeah, I'm not 5'10". If I was 2 centimeters taller, then I'd say, if I was 2 centimeters taller, yeah, I probably would be 5'10". But if I was 2 centimeters taller, then I would say I was 5'10", but I'm not. Basically, I think 5'10" is like 177.6 or something like that, and I'm 5'9". I'm 175.3, so I'm just under 2 centimeters off 5'10". So, but I'm close. If I was over 5'9.5" and just under 5'10", I'd say I'm 5'10", but I'm not over 5'9.5". I'm under that, so I'm 5'9". Yeah, I don't. When I say I'm 5'9", though, guys, I don't actually know. I don't actually know how tall I am. I just know I'm between 174 and 175, which 5'9" is. That's the cut-off point between 5'9". So I've seen some football stars. I've seen some people, football stars and celebrities. I'm not 6 foot. I'm actually 6'2". Yeah, but you could have grown to then, because you're what, 15? You're 15, I think. which that is. I wouldn't say it's not. Well, it is normal. At 15, that is normal. So when you're 15, 16, that's when some people. So it is normal for some people to be like 6 foot at that age. I can't tell. I can't remember how tall I was at 15. I think I was just 5'7". I think I was 5'7", maybe 5'8". Ooh. You counted to 19, 90, and 44. Cool. Oh god. But yeah, what was I gonna say a minute, guys? It's like I know a guy that I generally know a guy that's like 5'6". He says he's 5'6", but he makes me look tall, and I know there's not a 3-inch difference between me and this guy, because 3 inches is only like 7 centimeters, and I 100% know I'm taller than this guy by more than 7 centimeters. I don't get it, guys. Why would someone lie about their height? Why would someone lie about their height? It's Have we got any American people here? Because I don't know who's in the stream right now, because YouTube don't tell me. Have we got anybody that's like, are you as tall as Michael Jordan? I mean, any like 7 foot, something like that. Sorry, I've got a bit of a tickle. You know how Donald Trump? Do you guys know about how like Donald Trump said he's like 6'3"? You know how Donald Trump said he's 6'3", everyone? I'm from America. Yeah, I didn't know if anyone was still in the stream just then. You know how Donald Trump claims he's 6'3"? That got proven the other day that he's not. There's no way he's 6'3", because there was an image a couple of days ago that came out of him and Prince William. There was a rumor for years that Donald Trump was lying about his height. And there was a joke the other day that him and Prince William, when he was on his state visit a few weeks ago, there's an image of him and Prince William is 6'3" as well. And there's a real funny image of the two of them, and basically Donald Trump is like 5 inches shorter than Prince William. And I found it really funny. I'm like, why claim you're 6'3" when you're standing next to another person that is 6'3"? I think he was 6'3" back in the day, but there's no way he's 6'3" now. There's no way he's 6'3" now. I think Trump is 5'11", 6 foot at most. But I just found that really funny when I saw that image. These two men are both apparently 6'3", and I thought, I'm here since 4K subs. I think 5K, Ahill. I think 5K, because I hit 5K in April of 24, and I remember your comment, because your comment said you had a different name. Nice world. Thank you, Luca. That's really kind of you. This is my ideas world. This is where we come up with like the ideas for what we want to build. Yeah, I know it was definitely 5K, Ahill, because I remember your first comment. Your first comment would have been, it was Ahill the Raven. It said Famima Cartoon. I remember that name because I know the the word Famima is Latin for female. That was, yeah, because I remember you being on that account. I remember you being on that account because I was writing a book. I've written a book a couple of months ago where I called someone Famima. I called a witch in a story Deformis Famima, because it's Deformis was Latin for ugly and Famima was Latin for woman, so it stood for something like ugly woman. That's what I called the this witch character, because I gave it like a Latin name. But yeah, so I remember you joining because I remember I knew that the word Famima meant I knew that word was Latin. Because I didn't have a phone, but that's understandable though, because you were what, you would have been like 4, I don't know, only about 14, and 14 is normally when you get a phone. Hello Beathers, welcome to the stream. I apologise everyone, there was only a small stream yesterday. We were gonna do Throwback Thursday where I play Lego Stars The Complete Saga, but I had to go shopping. I generally had to go shopping. You've grown a lot since then, actually. Yeah, we've grown 2,000 subs. So we had about we only literally had about 5,000. We had about 5,020, 30. We've gained about 2,000 subs. At the start of January, we had 5,050. So we're about. You had to go shopping for cigarettes. No, I don't smoke. I had to go shopping for shoes because up until 2 weeks ago, English is a mix of French. English is a mix of French and Latin. So yeah, the word deformis stands for. The word deformis is Latin for ugly. So I called a witch character in my book, The Witch is Ugly. So I called the witch Deformis because I thought it just sounded interesting. Lego Stars Complete Saga. Yeah, it's the first video game I bought myself. I bought it in 2007. I was 5. We've only got 2 levels left. We've only got 2 games left. We've got episode 5 and episode 6 to do. I was going to do it yesterday, but I had to go shopping. Because Yeah, English comes from Latin and French, because French and English, France and England try to invade each other the most. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I should have done it yesterday, but I had to go shopping because I had to throw my trainers away a couple of weeks ago. For the last 2 years, I've only had 2 pairs of shoes. The one is in 10. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Do you remember that? It's because Africa. It's because certain parts of Africa was owned by Germany back in the day. So some little bits of Africa were German until they were taken by. Some of the little bits are basically after the end of the First War. Why you still play Legacy? Just because I love it. Just because I love the version. Yeah, after the end of the First World War, Germany's African colonies were distributed between Great Britain and France. So basically, all the southern territories went to Britain because South Africa was a British colony. So I think they were merged with South Africa, I think. And some of it's Dutch as well. Some of it was Dutch. But yeah, so... Also, why are shoes so expensive nowadays, guys? Why are shoes so expensive nowadays? Yeah, basically, femina is different from femina. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting how words mean different things in different languages. I love it. I love learning about that stuff. But there's a word in America. There's a word in the UK that is a food dish. If I said it in America, I'd be arrested. It means intelligent and understanding. I mean, that's a good quote. Yeah. I like that quote. Intelligent. Oh God. Yeah. So I had to go shopping. It's actually a Persian name. Oh, cool. Persian history is really interesting as well. Well, I mean, all world history is interesting. Yeah, guys, I had to throw away my trainers because I went on a walk a couple of months ago and a twig went straight through it. I felt a flick, and then suddenly I was like, oh, there's a little bit of wood in my shoe. Pulled it out and it had gone all the way through. Yeah. I have a 95%. But I think you're gonna hello Game Iger, welcome to the stream. But you've got a really good advantage there though, Ahil, because most Americans can't tell you where, Russia is. That'll sound wrong, but most Americans can't point out where Russia is on the map. I mean, they can't even point out what their own state is unless they see the text saying where the state is. Are you UK? I am from the UK. Yep, I am very much from the UK. They have total average of 71%. Yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I was just on a bit of a lean. But yeah, so my Asian friend has a 95%. Cool. Yeah. I think some Americans are really good at it, but normally it's because their parents are teaching them stuff. Because the American school system doesn't teach them history that well. Well, I guarantee you've probably learned more about American history. They probably taught you more American history than. Well, I wouldn't say they focus on other stuff, but they only focus on their history. If you get what I mean. So they're also told it from a YouTube video. Deceptive makes Climate Joe makes Deceptive get fat. How am I going to make Deceptive get fat? The guy's a twig. No offense, Deceptive, but the guy's a twig, guys. The guy's nearly 6 foot. The guy's nearly 6 foot and a twig. Aztec history is really interesting. Aztec history. And even Mayan history. Inca I don't know much about, but I know quite a bit about Aztec. Yeah, I love your comment, Frenzo. Calamity Joe makes Decepted get fat. Decepted's only like 60 kg. I mean, the guy's a twig. The guy's a twig and almost 6 foot. Well, almost. I think he's like 5'11" actually, but that's almost 6 foot. I don't even know who that is, Frenzo. Oh. I had a weird comment a while back actually. Somebody mistook. I had a guy that a few months ago thought I was some American football player because apparently I sounded like him. I'm like, yeah, I'm not him. And are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm not him. I could have just turned around and said yeah and seen if he subscribed. Hello, the tired gamer. Welcome to the stream. What do you think I should have done, guys? Should I have turned around and said yeah, I'm him? Why do you bring him on the stream? I do bring him onto some streams, but Decepted is not PC beavers, so like he will just like literally straight into the. If I brought Decepted on the VC, the first thing he'd call me is, right, we're with Calamity Joe the fat bastard. Decepted is a friend of mine. I'm admin of his Discord server. He has his own YouTube channel. He's a good friend of mine, and it's basically banter between me and him. But basically, he'll join the streams and he'll just have some banter with people, but he'll troll people in the live chat and they don't know they're being trolled. So, but yeah, Decepted has no filter. But neither do I, really. But I wouldn't say I would say I have a filter. Sound like fun. It is fun. How are you? I'm good. Want to pop in? Bye Owen and hi chat. Bye chat. He's been instead of putting Joe, he's put O. All right, my name's O, guys. My name's Agent O. I'm O from. Yeah, I gotta go. That's all right, Hill. Thank you for watching the live stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Nice talking to you. Bye. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for joining the live stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Gaming setup. I don't have a gaming setup. I literally have the Switch. You take care of. I think, is it meant to be yourself on the end of that order? I will take care of myself. All I've got, guys, is just a bit of a tickle in my throat, but it's probably because I haven't really drunk much today and I had a caramelized wrap from McDonald's earlier on. I've done a lot today. I've already done like 6,000 steps today, and it's only like 12 o'clock. What? Oh no, it's 2 o'clock now. Since when did it become 2 o'clock? I've been streaming for 2 hours? I didn't think I'd been streaming for two hours, guys. Fucking hell. How I record my videos? Well, I can tell you how I record my videos. My desk is here. My TV's just behind. My Switch is on the desk. I've never had a frap. Are they good? Yeah, I don't like coffee, but they're like a cold coffee with caramel and cream, which they actually are quite nice at McDonald's. I only went in there and bought one. I didn't buy like a McDonald's meal because I already had a Toby Carvery breakfast. Yeah, I had about 4 helpings as well, guys. I had about 4 helpings at breakfast. So, I'm not. I haven't even had lunch because I don't feel. I don't feel hungry. I barely ever eat out. Neither do I. Neither do I really. Like I I barely. Only or not. I don't even drink alcohol. That's something. I don't really have nights out because I don't drink alcohol. I've tried it and all that, but that's just not me. I don't even have nights out because I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke or do drugs or do alcohol, but it's just something that I just don't want to do. You know, it's one of those as well. Like I've known people who were in my school year that, you know, that a guy in my college class, he used to go and have drinks before work, and then he'd wake up in like cow fields, and I'm like, that's not me. That's not something that I would do. Each to their own. That's true. That is true. Yeah, I apologise for that there was no Legacy Star Wars stream yesterday, guys. I had to go shopping. All I had was one pair of shoes, and they weren't equipped to go on like walks or anything like that. All I had was a pair of slip-on shoes. I had to throw my trainers away. I had to throw my trainers away. They had a hole in and they were falling apart. And it's kind of a funny reason why they were falling apart. My feet were too wide for the shoe, which is kind of funny. Some people can't moderate. That is true. That is 100% true, yeah. That is true. Yeah, it was a funny reason why, guys. I had to throw my trainers away a couple of weeks ago. Because my feet were too wide for the shoe, it meant that they were breaking on both sides. My shoes were breaking on both sides because my feet were too wide for the shoes. Yeah, so... But I have it really... I have it really bad, though, guys. I have it really... I'm really bad. I have to wear shoes that are 2 sizes too big because my feet are wide. I have to wear shoes that are I have to wear shoes that are 2.5 sizes too big, just because of that. I wonder if it's something you get as a bigger man. I don't know, but I've always had it. I've always had it. Even when I was like skinny, I had it. I don't know, but I wouldn't even call myself big though. That's the thing. It's the pressure of your weight spreads out. That is true. So what I would mean, guys, is if I put my foot down, like it flays out in the middle. So but I even had it when I was skinny. I've always had to wear. Ever since I was like, I don't know, 14, 15, I've always had to do it. It's weird. In reality, my shoe size should be really small. But then I have to go and wear a shoe size 2.5 sizes too big, which is just... It is bizarre. Honestly, guys, officially... When you know everybody, when you have to go and have your foot, you have to stick a measuring tape on your foot to find out how like long your foot is. Officially, I'm a size 6.5. Officially, I could wear officially I could wear a size 6.5 shoe because that's how big my foot is. I have so much sand, gravel and dye, but I don't know what to make with the concrete. I have no idea. Like this is my ideas world. This is where I come up with... This is where I come up with the ideas, though. This is where I come up with the ideas of stuff I want to build. But I'm going around at the moment trying to find some build ideas. And I haven't got any. yeah, the thing with the shoe thing, guys, for a set, it's just how funny it is. You know, the logic is the smaller your shoe size, the cheaper your shoe. The logic is the smaller your shoe size, the cheaper your shoe. And then I have to go and spend. Do you know binary? I don't know what that. Well, I know what the word binary means. Hello, Alex Salamatiji. Welcome to the stream. I know what the word binary means in the context. I mean, the word binary means involving two things. So if it's binary, it has two things. That's. But yeah, the no, ironically, guys, when I was in the shops yesterday, I put a shoe size. I put a shoe on which is 1.5 sizes too big, and my foot was right at the edge. Was right at the edge of it, too wide. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go 2 sizes too big then, 2.5 sizes too big instead of 1.5. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's probably just taking up the. Do you have the redwood? No, not on Legacy, because Legacy was discontinued the year. Legacy on PS4 was discontinued the year before. Are you Michael Jackson? I wish. No, I'm not. I wish I was though. I'd probably be a millionaire. No, but I'd also be dead as well. Actually, no, I don't wish I was Michael Jackson. Actually, because there was some dodgy rumours about him. I love what's in that Theo Von's joke about him. He was talking to someone. Did you meet Michael Jackson? And he said no. I would have been like 10 when he died. And then Theo Von said to this guy, "That would have been the time to meet him." I'm like, fucking hell, that was kind of funny. I like his joke. I liked his joke on that. I thought that was kind of funny. Billie Jean is not my though. She's just a kid who says that I'm the one. I mean, he was saying it then, wasn't he? I mean, he was saying it then. I don't know. I've never really been a fan of his music, to be honest. Some of it's good, some of it's all right, but I've never really been a fan of his music. Are you Catman Joe? I'm not. I've never been a. I think he has subscribed to me though, because he liked one of my videos. He commented on one of my videos the other week that he liked it, which was really kind of him. But yeah, yeah, I've never really been a fan of Michael Jackson's music. I don't really have. There's not really any singers that I kind of like, but it's one of those with like. I got a really bizarre taste in music, so. My taste in music is really much just on all genres. I don't like rap. That's the only genre of music that I don't like. It might be that I can't keep up with the lyrics, if you get what I mean. With stuff like that, I can't keep up with the lyrics. Oh my god. With like the lyrics, I can't keep up. I can't with like that type of music. I can't keep up with the lyrics because it's just some of it's too fast, and I don't like the lyrics for some of it as well. But I do have like a taste in music. Guys, we will do a celebrate. I'm gonna stream later tonight, and we're gonna do a celebration. We're gonna do a celebration of 7,000 subscribers. So I am gonna do it like I said I would as a joke. I said I'd do it months ago, I will do a stream on Wii. I'll do a stream on Wii Fit, and I was going to call it a Fat Man Plays Wii Fit. I've got. I'll do it because I just thought it'd be funny. I thought it would be really funny. I don't know if you guys think it'll be funny, but I think it'll be funny. Can I play? Actually, is there any legal ramifications of that? Can I play that without? Is there any like legal ramifications of that? Do you think, like copyright music or anything? I will do it. I'll do it because I think it's funny. I will do that stream for you guys because I just think it'd be funny. And then I'm expecting to get called a beast by I'm expecting to be called a beast by the Wii Fit bot thing. Measuring. Obese, probably. So I might get called a beast tonight by the Wii Fit monitor. What do you think? Do you guys is that something that you guys would like to see? Because I said I'd do it months ago if we hit 7,000 subs. I just said I'd jokingly do it because basically I was doing a stream and somebody was upset they'd been bullied in school for being overweight or something like that, and I just made a joke about being really overweight, and I said I'd do that at 7,000 subs. Like, would you guys like me to do that? I'm more than prepared to take the mick out of myself for a YouTube stream. I'm more than prepared to do it. So is that something that you guys would like to see? Hit the heart emoji or just like comment something in the stream. What is that sheep doing? I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, is that something? Yeah, that sheep is changing colour. It's a colour sheep. He's even playing music for us. But even though I've asked you your opinion, I'm still just gonna do it anyway because I just think it'd be a funny. I just think it'd be a funny idea. It'd be a laugh. It'd be, on the funny side. That's something that it'd be something that I. Are you Stampy Long? Am I Stampy Longcock? I thought you said then. I miss. Jesus. We just hit 90 members on Discord. Sounds like a laugh. It probably will be, but I'm expecting. The last time I went on Wii Fit, it called me like morbidly obese because it thought I was 5'1". According to my Wii game console, how's he changing colour? There's a code in the game. Basically, Jeb put a code in the Jeb put a secret command in the game. If you take I'll show you how to do it. Actually, we'll grab two. We'll grab two because there's two you can do it on. There's two little secret codes. So we need a sheep. I need an anvil, which is here. Whoops, that was not what I wanted. Why is that sheep white, Joe? Because sheeps are white? I'm not Welsh. I'm joking, guys. If you don't know, guys, there's a joke. English people joke that Welsh people are sheep shaggers. So that was just me making a joke saying I'm not Welsh. But it's actually a joke. And it's actually a joke. And I could be part Welsh. So I could be part Welsh. I heard rumours in the family that my great-great-grandmother may have been Welsh. So I might be part Welsh. I don't know, though. So, it would be Jeb underscore, like that. Right, so this is Bradley the sheep. Oh, that's a wolf. I grabbed the wrong one. So, oh, I can't spawn him. Oh. So now, he will now change colour. See, he's now a multicoloured sheep. He's now a sheep that changes colour. But if you go and share him, he'll just give you the colour that he used to be. So now he's just a changing colour sheep. In a minute, he goes. I think he goes to all the different colours you can possibly have: red, black, grey, orange, pink, purple, blue, cyan, green, yellow. And there's another one we can do called dinner bone. I have English and Welsh blood. Same. Yeah, I might be part Welsh. I don't know, but I heard. I was told. There was an inkling that my great grandmother may have been Welsh, but I don't know. But I wouldn't mind it because I love Wales. Dinner bone name tag. Is it an underscore? So if you put dinner bone. So where's our? Let's go find a little mob. Here, this horse. If you put dinner bone, here's another command. We've now got an upside down horse. That's dinner bone, or grum also works apparently, which I wasn't aware of. But Jeb and underscore. So basically, if I put him, this would just call him Jeb underscore. Dinner bone though will make him. So here we go. This is dinner bone. So now, if you were to go and lead him, technically, if we were to go and lead him, which, if I find out where leads are in this game, they're here. As he's walking off, he walks off upside down. Actually, I want to try something a minute. If I float away. If I float away and... Oh, I dropped him. I want to know, if I float up here and put a fence, will he just bobble like this? Yep. That looks so wrong. Just... I like that. Yeah, I'm going to do that, guys. So basically, I'm going to do that stream around 6 PM. I'm going to do that stream around 6 PM. Maybe 5 PM, I don't know yet. Because I would have to switch to the Wii U. What's he doing? Well, we've gave him dinner bone. We've gave him dinner bone, and then we've attached him to a fence via a lead. So basically, he looks like he's floating like that. We could call him... He's a happy dappy son. His son is left over here, though. His son. But he looks so happy, look. Just going to pause my mic a minute. I'll be back in a minute. It's raining, so I've got to go get the washing in. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. Maybe 5. Stick drift is mad. Yeah, my stick drift is bad. But I've had the Switch. I've had this Switch since I was 15. Sorry guys, I'm out of breath. I bolted it to get the washing in. I absolutely bolted it to get the washing in because it is very, very... I bolted it to get the washing in because it's very, very rainy. And it's cold, guys. Well, I'm not constipated, and I didn't do a quick number 2. I did that earlier on. Let me tell you, I killed the toilet. Joking. Well, it's not a joke, but... No, I just bolted it out there to do that because it's cold, it's raining. Literally, guys, that's the... My weather from yesterday came over to you. Well, yesterday was thing, actually. Yesterday... Oh, was that Storm Benjamin? Was that Storm Benjamin? Was that Storm Benjamin? Was it Storm Benjamin Beavers? Yeah, Storm Benjamin never reached me. Storm Benjamin never reached me. It didn't come that much. There was a storm called Benjamin, but where I am in the UK, it never got up that far. But yeah, it was meant to rain it was meant to be rain all of yesterday, and it didn't. But it's raining now, guys, for a bit. But it was cold yesterday, everyone. For the first time this year, I had a blanket on. For the first time this year, I had a warm jumper on, because when I'm streaming to you guys, I'm normally just wearing a short sleeve t-shirt. And how did he get down? Oh no, he's grown up. Yeah, normally when I'm streaming on here, I'm normally just wearing a short sleeve t-shirt. But when I was streaming yesterday, I had a jumper on because it was literally like 4 degrees. In fact, when I went to bed last night, I think it was like 2 degrees. So it was only 2 above freezing. I'm glad I'm not in northern England though. I'm glad I'm where I am, because I guarantee it would have been colder in northern England. The UK is, due to anyone that's not from the UK in the stream, based on how the UK is on the map, it doesn't do it justice. The UK is kind of like flipped sideways. The UK is kind of flipped sideways, so basically it goes up on an angle. So basically, the more northern you are in the UK, basically the more colder it is. Because I believe, how far is the UK from the Arctic? How far is the UK from? Well, the UK is 3,000 miles from the UK. It's 3,000. Well, the UK is 3,435 miles from New York to London, or 4,000 miles via a straight line. But the exact difference starts on the specific start and end points. But no, how far is the UK from the pole? No, the magnetic pole from the mag. The UK is. Yeah, the UK is about 1,000 miles south. It's about 1,000 miles from the magnetic pole. Basically, the further you got the UK, the colder it is. So, I read something a while back. In Newcastle, freezing is There's some people in some areas of the UK, in northern places, where 2 degrees can be t-shirt weather. Which I don't know. I wouldn't be wearing a t-shirt at 2 degrees. If it was like 15 degrees, yeah, I'd wear a t-shirt then, just a t-shirt. But when it's like 2 degrees, let's look what the coldest place is in the UK right now. The coldest place in the UK right now is minus. The coldest place ever recorded in the UK was -27. Coldest place UK right now. The coldest place in the UK right now is Glasgow, 6 degrees. But the colder areas are often in rural areas, higher rural areas. If it gets too cold, they're used to it. Well, even I'm used to it. I'm used to cold I'm used to cold weather. That's the thing I'm very used to, because where I'm from it's quite rural, so I'm used to very cold weather. Coldest I've ever had it was -18, and it was the Beast from the East storm. It was the Beast from the East storm 2018. I would have been 16, I think, and I slipped on my back on the way to school because it was icy. Yeah, I read it somewhere that in Newcastle, people have been going around. I saw an image that in Newcastle, sometimes when it's been freezing, people have been shirtless. I'm like, I wouldn't be shirtless at freezing. I just don't get how they do it. I don't get how people do that. It's like those guys that go for exercise go and swim in a freezing lake. I just like, how? Please face reveal. I have to go, Calamity. See you next time. See you next time, friends. Though, thank you for joining the live stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. It's like those people that go swimming in like ice lakes. Like, I just don't get how they go and do that. I don't get how they go and do that. I can't do a face reveal now. 8K. We're doing it 8K. Guys, I had an idea the other day. I want to do some mugs. I wanted to do like a mug. I had an idea the other day. I wanted to do mugs, and it would be like, I wanted to do something like tea mugs or something like that. And it would say something like hashtag to be honest on it, because apparently I say to be honest quite often. So should I do that as a joke? Should I just bring out some mugs that says to be honest on it? Yeah. But they say it's a very much a British thing. When you're being honest, you say, to be honest, I don't know. And it was suggested I should bring out a shirt with it on, but I'd rather bring out a mug with it on. I don't know, I thought it'd be a fun idea. I'm going to think about doing that. I'm going to think about bringing out some mugs. Perhaps I can do some merchandise with it on or something. I've got an idea for something that I want to do. I could technically do that now, because I do have access to those features. it's still quite cold, but I just don't get... I keep forgetting we're at the end of October. I keep forgetting that we're at the end of October. Literally, guys, I will be 23 in 2 months. I can't believe that I'm almost 23, guys. Like, I still remember being 15. And then it dawned in my head the other day that I remembered some stuff the other day from when I was like 15, and I was sat there the other night like, that was 8 years ago. Oh look, that was 2015. Sorry, 2017. Oh, I've got such an itchy nose. Blimey. Should I get rid of that book now? Basically, somebody asked me what my book... you write books as well, so I put a book in. Sorry for the hand reveal, everyone. People were excited that I revealed my hand in a shot just because I took a photo of me tilting the book so you guys could see it was a book. I'm like, who the fuck wants a hand reveal? I'm like, I just don't get that stuff. I don't get why people big that stuff up. I'm like, it's just a fucking hand. Honestly, a couple of months ago, I went to go on a walk in the woodlands. I went to go on a walk in the woods, and I was about to go on a walk in the woods, and I stopped because I felt something really weird under my foot. It kind of felt like there was like something on my shoe, and I tilted my foot up, and basically like an old pen. There was an old pen. I must have stepped on it by accident. There was an old pen. I must have stepped on it, and it stabbed into the bottom of my shoe. So I took a photo of it because I'm like, how the hell did that pen get there? And the only thing that people were more interested in when I put it in my Discord server as a joke, the only thing that people were interested in that image was shoe reveal. I'm like, it's just a picture of my... All I've done is put a picture of my shoe. All I've done, all it is a picture of my shoe with a pen stuck into it. Like, what? Anyway, I think I might end this stream, guys, but I am going to do the Wii one later on. So I would like to thank every single one of you for watching this stream, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, guys. And we're going to do that around 5 o'clock. So maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock. So thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all on the next one. Goodbye.